Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 1014. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter as Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at your convenience at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I actually do include items that or events that will be happening tomorrow, since tomorrow's show starts early at 10. But in any case, I'm just going to get started here with the word page. I also invite you to click on the link and join me on camera, promote yourself, share some information, whatever you want to do. Also, if you could share this out, I would love that so that more people here in Durham can know what's happening in the Bull City today and tomorrow morning. Okay, let's start with the word page. That is the government and nonprofit information page. I do like to point out that there are programs and services offered by local nonprofits, also by the city of Durham and Durham County, that you need to know about. So definitely go to durhamskywriter.com and go over to the word page for that. Also, the Durham County libraries are all open until 6 today, and then they will reopen at 9:30 tomorrow morning, except for Bragtown. Bragtown is not open on the weekend. And Durham for All will be hitting the streets tomorrow, so let's scroll down to Durham for All. So Durham for All, they're a nonprofit. They don't tell people how to vote, but they do encourage them to get out there and vote. Very, very important, especially nowadays. So they will be hitting the streets tomorrow from 10 until 2. They're usually out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, at least until, of course, Election Day. So like I said, it's a nonprofit. So if you are interested in talking with neighbors, people on the street, people in their homes, etc., by going door to door or whatever, then definitely contact Drum for All. I have their phone number and also their website, so you can check them out. Okay, let's see. Let's not forget North Carolina Council of Churches. Let me scroll down and look at that. So the NC, let me find it, Council of Churches. Now, it's not just for Christian churches, also people who run or work at masjids, temples, etc. They're also eligible to put in for these grants. They have these mini grants for up to $1,000 for congregations that put together programming of some sort to deal with any of these challenges. Tobacco prevention, healthy eating, increasing physical activity, mental health, HIV, healthy aging, or the drug overdose crisis. So if you can put together some kind of programming with you and your congregation, then you can apply for a mini grant for up to $1,000. Now, if a minimum of 3 get together and put together programming for the same reason, then you can get a grant up to $5,000. And there's also the BIPOC mental health grants, BIPOC being congregations of Black, Brown, Indigenous people of color. There are grants between $5,000 and $10,000 to help congregations who have been troubled by COVID, job loss, et cetera, et cetera. So definitely check that out. It's on the word page, and this particular item from the North Carolina Council of Churches, of course, can be found on the praise page as well. Okay, let's go to the health page where I do have your COVID-19 test and vaccine updates, along with places where you can pick up those rapid tests for COVID-19 that you can take at home. Also, if you park in front of one of these locations and send in your kid to pick up the tests, the boxes of tests, the child has to be at least age 14, just FYI. Okay, let's see. It looks like the American Red Cross is having a blood drive, so let's scroll down to that. So they're having a blood drive today at the streets at South Point. They will start in just a few minutes, and then they'll go from 12:30 until 6:30. And that is today, 6910 Fayetteville Road. We all know the address, but there it is. Let's see. HELP is open today. Let's scroll down to that. So HELP is the Health Equipment Loan Program. It's run by the county, and this is where people donate things they no longer need for self-care and mobility, like wheelchairs, pickup sticks, etc. I'll just read a couple more: bedside commodes, canes, knee scooters, etc. So you can donate these items, and then the people at HELP, they disinfect everything and fix them if necessary, if they're broken or need repair, whatever. And then they long-term loan them out to people who need them. It's a great program, and I've actually taken advantage of it by picking up some items for my cousin Julia. Okay, now let's go to, I didn't mention, they're open from 1 until 5. They're only open 2 days a week. Tuesdays 10 to 2, Fridays 1 to 5. And I need to tell you where they are so you can go. Help is located at 4206 North Roxborough Street. They used to be over there by the Scrap Exchange, but they moved to the north side of town on North Roxborough Street. There you go. Let's go to the senior page. Now, if you want to see a free movie, you need to start heading over there to the Durham Center for Senior Life, because on Fridays, they have free movies at 12:30 on Fridays, and the movie today is Dolly Parton, Here I Am. Dolly Parton is a very interesting personality. So if you want to learn more about Dolly Parton and see her in a document, I assume it's a documentary. So anyway, it's today, 12:30. Also happening today at the Durham Center for Senior Life, which is at 406 Rigsby Avenue. There's something very important going on today. Let me find it. The NCCU Law Elder Law Project is today, where North Carolina Central University law students are at the center today from 11 until 3, so they've been there for an hour. And these law students are going to help seniors with their wills, powers of attorney, that sort of thing. Look into the, I can't remember what it's called. I was just explaining it yesterday, but it's a document that helps elderly people stay at home and not be put out by ne'er-do-well relatives. It happens sometimes. But there are these documents, living wills. Some people call them living wills. Some people call them living trusts. And this is where they can't be put out. Of course, they can go to a hospital, of course, if they need care. But it's a good way to protect your loved one or yourself if you're elderly, to keep keep living in your home until you're ready to go. All righty. So they will help you with those types of documents until 3. You do have to call and punch in extension 110 to register, where you give your name, your phone number, and the name of the event. So hopefully it's not too late. It's like a drop-in event, and it is going on until 3. So hopefully they can fit you in if you'd like to attend. I already signed up. I signed up last week. Okay. Now let's go to the praise page. Let's see. The praise page. So there's an event happening tomorrow morning that I wanted to tell you about. So basically, it is the Vigil Against Violence, and it's held by the Religious Coalition for a Nonviolent Durham. They do this every year, so it's going to be tomorrow, 10 o'clock, on the grounds of the Elizabeth Street United Methodist Church. So you might notice there that they're at a new church. So this is going to be at 10 o'clock tomorrow. This honoring the lives of the 39 Durhamites who died by violence in the past year. And as I do every year, I will be, during tomorrow's show, reading the names and the ages of the 39 people, not to make you feel bad, but I just want to honor them. And it's just something that I do just to call attention to the fact that obviously we want violence to stop, not only in Durham, but around the world. So I do this every year. And like I said, it's just an honor of them. And also just to bring home the fact that, wow, we lost 39 neighbors. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to go to the garden shed page. Let's see, there it is. So if you like gardening and you're like, darn it, my garden is so together, I feel bad, there's nothing left to do. Well, they could use you at Durham Central Park. There it is. Let me scroll down. So Durham Central Park has a volunteer work day. So they just started this fall. So these volunteer work days start tomorrow from 10 until noon, where you can drop by wearing, of course, closed-toe shoes. Of course, you can borrow all the tools and the gloves from Durham Central Park. But basically, you'll be tidying up the garden with which is just west of the pavilion, and also you'll be pulling weeds from the edible garden. So volunteers are needed to tidy up, pull weeds, cut them back, trim bushes, etc. And also the farmers market will be going on, so you can probably, while you're there, go ahead and buy the produce that you were going to buy anyway. So that's going to be tomorrow, 10 until noon. Of course, the farmers market opens at 8. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the Let's Go page, since I'm talking about events that's happening tomorrow in Durham. Let's see what's happening today first, and then I'll tell you what's happening tomorrow morning. Let's see. Let me scroll down to 14. Let's see. There we are. As always, New Visions of Africa restaurant. They're there for us, for those of us who need help. So today from 3 until 6, they will be giving away meals. So if you're hungry, definitely stop by. Don't be ashamed. They're on Fayetteville Street, right next door to W.D. Hill. Also happening today, the Southeast Community Resources, they're hosting Black Business Friday at Healing with Care, which is fabulous. It's nice to see Care opening their doors again. They're at 214 Broadway Street. This is from 4 until 6. This is where you can make connections with Black business owners and nonprofits and also service providers. And they're trying to bring back continue the entrepreneurial spirit of Durham's Black Wall Street. So that's going to be today from 4 until 6. And it is free admission, but of course they will accept donations, of course. Now, the Bull City Wood Shop, which is on Pettigrew Street, right down the street from my house, they're hosting the adult DIY class, Pumpkin Decor Workshop. It's going to be tonight, 6 until 8. Learn how to make decorative pumpkins using their tools, their power tools, and it's $25 per pumpkin. This is really great. Now, you might be saying, darn it, I've always wanted to go to one of their workshops, but I don't know how to use power tools. Well, their beginner's workshop is going to be this Sunday, and I'll tell you about that tomorrow. But tonight's workshop is from 6 until 8. Okay, the Emmanuel AME Church on Riddle Road, they're having their fall drive-in movie night. This is the first I've heard about them doing things like this. This is awesome. So they'll be showing a family-friendly movie, King Richard, at 6:30. You can watch from your vehicle with your family and friends. Admission is $5 per car if you donate some canned goods, and it's $7 if you come empty-handed. But they do invite you to come out, and you might want to bring some snacks as well. And that starts, again, at 6:30. Okay, Duke University's Keenan Institute for Ethics, they're having the Ethics of Now series. They're continuing that, hosted by Duke history professor Adrienne Lentz-Smith. This will be at 7 o'clock at the Nasher. I think it was at a different location before. But in any case, it's at the Nasher Museum of Art, 2001 Campus Drive. And that, again, starts at 7 o'clock, where Dr. Lentz-Smith will be talking with Michael Schur. If you're a TV fan, you might know who this is. He is the creative force behind the TV shows Parks and Recreation and also The Good Place. He's written a book called How to Be Perfect, the correct answer to every moral question, it's a humorous book. So don't take that title too serious. So anyway, it's going to be a nice conversation. Now, if you're going to be taking someone, now as you might know, the Nasher has a lot of steps from the parking lot. So if you know someone who wants to go, but they're in a wheelchair, or they're going to have trouble navigating all of those steps, then go to the other side of the building, drive over there, and drop them off right at the door. And then you'll have to, of course, turn around and park in the parking lot. But a lot of people don't know this, and I've seen people really struggling to get up those steps. So I wanted to let you know about that. So anyway, the conversation starts at 7 o'clock, free admission. And they'll have a reception and book signing after the discussion. All righty. Cinematic Arts at Duke. They're hosting the 2022 Cinematic Arts Faculty Filmmaker Showcase, where you get to see short films by the instructors at Duke Cinematic Arts. So this should be really fun, starting at 7 o'clock at the Rubenstein Arts Center. Now, you might know Rubenstein, they don't have their own parking lot, so I have a link so that you can get parking tips, so you can figure out where to park. Okay, and that is also free admission. Now, Black Space will be inviting young people to enjoy and participate in the Med City Cypher, which is from 9:19 until 11 at Major the Bull in CCB Plaza downtown. It's a free event where they build community self-confidence and, of course, enjoy the spoken word. Celebrate African heritage and Afrofuturism at Djembe Nights. This is going to be at Gojo by Gusha on West Morgan Street downtown. If you'd like to stay out late, it's 10 until 2, free admission. Now, let me just run through real quick what's happening tomorrow morning. As you know, Bull City Hangout starts at 10, but I don't want you to miss out on events that are happening in the morning. So let me just run through, and you can look for the details by going to DurhamSkyWriter.com, and you go to the Let's Go page. So Durham Farmers Market, 8 until noon at Durham Central Park. Durham Craft Market, 8 until noon, Durham Central Park. South Durham Farmers Market, 8 until noon, Greenwood Commons Shopping Center. The Durham County PTA and Network of Families, they're hosting Family and Community Connect Day at Southern High School tomorrow at 9. That's from 9 until 1. Preservation Durham's Civil Rights History Walking Tour, 10 until 11:30. Register first. You can't just show up. It's going to be tomorrow at 10. Durham One PAC, Partners Against Crime. That's their meeting where you find out what's happening in the community and also city and county programs. Holton Career and Resource Center, tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Note the new time. They usually meet at 9:30. Now it's 10. Okay, Durham Roots Farmers Market, 10 until noon in the Farm Bureau offices parking lot on Hillendale Road. Old North State Jam, weekly outdoor jam at Esmeralda's Cafe, North Point Shopping Center from 10 until noon. Durham Central Park's Volunteer Work Day, 10 until noon, told you about that. Durham's Home Goods Market, 10 until 2 in the Black Wall Street Gardens, downtown Mangum and Main Streets. Bonnie Girl Health and Wellness Divas hosting the Health Heritage Lifestyle Sisters Day of Wellness in the Mishaw School of Education building of NCCU tomorrow, 10 until 3, $25. Carolina Theater of Durham will be hosting, or rather presenting, Pierce Freelon, the Family Saturday Series. He's an author, he's a musician, he's an educator. You know who he is already. So you can enjoy Afrofuturism, progressive soul, hip hop, and jazz. He has a new album, Black to the Future, and a children's picture book, Daddy Daughter Day. Tickets are only $5 at the Carolina Theater starting at 11 o'clock. There's more happening. Just check it out at your convenience by going to the Let's Go page. And of course, I will be reminding you tomorrow during the show. Let's look at the weather real quick. We have two people who showed up. Let's see, there's Donna Frederick and Guy R. Cook. So Guy, I will probably bring on Donna first because I think she wants to tell us about some programming or events happening this weekend. And usually she has, I shouldn't call her out. Sometimes she has, internet problems. Okay, let's look at the weather. It is not bad. It's 65 degrees. It's sunny. Let's see, it's going to be sunny all day, which is fabulous. The high is 70. Thumbs up for that. Tomorrow is, this is what I'm talking about. Tomorrow is going to be 76. Sunday, 78. Yes. And tomorrow is going to be sunny. Tomorrow's going to be the perfect day. And with that, share this out if you don't mind, so more people can know what's happening. Let's bring on Donna Frederick, and then we will bring on Guy R. Cook. Let's do this. Donna, what is new? Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Uh-oh. Just barely.
Muted. Okay.
Are you outside?
I'm outside.
Oh, okay.
I thought
You're on the
signal
deck.
was better.
No, it's not the best.
Is it spotty?
You might want to go inside.
It was spotty inside. I came outside.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see you well. Let's see if I can hear you.
Let's see if you can hear me better.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
hear me
yeah, yeah.
better?
That's good. That's good. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like half
And
half
Guy's
hour.
saying yes, a little bit better. Yeah.
Hi, guy. Good morning. Almost afternoon. Afternoon, guy. It is afternoon. So,
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
just
morning
a
for him. But go ahead.
quick recap because it's on your site, and just to reinforce that we really need to get to the polls.
Yes.
Make sure you're registered. Double check your registration.
Today's the last day you can register to vote. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes.
So that's why I'm like, stop everything. Make sure you've done that part, okay?
Hmm.
Because sometimes it gets away from you. The day gets away from you, and we really want you to be part of this system this year. It's really, really important. Also, a
Definitely.
reminder: those who might have not been able to vote previously, they can in North Carolina. They've changed. If you've been on parole and served all your parole, this year you can register and vote. And I've talked to people who have taken advantage of that this year, who have
Wonderful.
registered, put in their application, got their ballot, and have already voted. They can do mail-in voted, but they're open. So
Beautiful.
pass that
And early voting starts next week.
right, so they can
Yeah.
really take advantage. Pass that information on. It's crucial this year, and double check your precinct site because a few sites have been moved. And make sure
Oh.
that you're going to the right one. Maybe you haven't voted in a couple of years, and you go to that one. And it's like that's not your precinct anymore. You can double check that
Oh.
before you go to the place you think you should go. But early voting will take care of all of that. You don't have to worry about it. But sometimes people wait until election day and then it's the wrong precinct and they have to move around and all that. So
Hmm.
that's my push for the day because yeah, it is the day.
Yeah,
And we
for
need
sure.
to take
Thank you,
advantage
Donna. I
of it.
appreciate it.
And just to make a little time and remind a friend, call somebody and say, hey, did you register? You're familiar. So that's what we need to do. And one other
Definitely.
thing, I just wanted to remind people that we are in fall season and we are looking forward to. I was at the Museum of Life and Science last night, and
Hmm.
we're going to have some upcoming community meetings on housing. They're using the scientific approach with data to get people
Okay.
involved. That an open discussion last night was wonderful. All diverse community of Durham and other words talking about affordable housing. It's on the forefront of everybody's talk, but now more people are getting
Wow.
it. How can we, make people more aware what lack of housing has done? How can we help to curtail some of it? So please, I would urge you to. I don't have the exact date yet for the November one. They're going to have one in November, I believe, and I find that date. I'll send it to Pat. But it was a very
Okay.
interesting discussion.
I'm glad you're saying that because I have felt really reticent about listing anything by the Museum of Life and Science. I'm going to give them another chance. I had a bad racial incident there, a really bad one, and I felt uncomfortable encouraging Black people to go. You know, but I'm going to try to put that in the past. And yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah, it
it
was a
was bad, and
very
they didn't know how to deal. They did not know how to deal with it. I think that even though there are a lot of Black people in Durham, and there's a deep history of African Americans in Durham, I think that people still or businesses, entities still need to figure out what would happen if there was a racial incident.
mm,
Because a lot of people think that Durham is a racial paradise. It isn't. It's a good city. I love it, but no city's perfect. And I would encourage entities, especially the large ones like the Museum of Life and Science, to figure out what they would do if there was a racial incident. So, but anyway, I'm glad you mentioned them because I should give them another chance.
oh yeah, this was a
After
community.
all,
This wasn't a party or anything. This was a
yeah.
community sit down discussion after hours, and I understand that the museum is trying to open up their doors for um, neighborhood and different discussions because they have a large facility and it could facilitate a lot of meetings. So
Yeah.
but
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So what are you gonna? So what are you gonna do today, Donna?
So I'm doing yard work today, and then I'm gonna try to catch the talk down at the Nasher that you discussed about the author down at the Nasher tonight. So
Okay.
so to do that, I have to be there. I think it starts at 7, so I need to get there a little earlier just to get in.
Okay. And I know tomorrow I'll see with Chicken Hut. This an alert. Chicken Hut is having breakfast tomorrow.
Oh
Usually,
yeah,
that is only.
it's actually
In fact,
7.
Chicken Hut's usually
7
not even
a.m.
open on Saturdays. Yeah, they're open at
Yeah.
7:30, right? 7:30. So
Yeah, they
I'm gonna
open
get
at
there
7.
early.
Actually,
7. Okay.
so I'm trying to get there early. Okay.
I don't know if it's an experiment, but I welcome it. That's some good eating. Your
Yeah,
signal's
this is
breaking up
dinner
now
time
that you're outside.
Yes. Okay. Well, let me go back in, and I'll talk to you all later.
Okay, you take care.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, Donna. See ya.
Bye.
And there's Guy R. Cook. Hi, how are you, Guy? And thanks again to Donna. I really appreciate, especially telling us about the importance of voting. I neglected to say, I meant to say that. I said it yesterday, but I meant to say it today as well. But Guy, what's new? I think you're on mute. I think you're on mute, Guy.
I was.
There you are.
That's called the people that work in technology can't use technology. That's a phrase I heard years ago, and it's quite true. Anyway, I was sharing the weather because you were talking about weather in Durham. Well, right now it's 49. I went to get coffee for Darlene. It was 43 outside. I wore my car coat. It was that brisk. Okay.
And people don't panic. Guy is in Kennewick, Washington State.
Yeah, in Washington State, not in Durham. And as you can see, the little tiny at the bottom, cold blast coming. Temperatures could plunge 20 degrees below average next week, whatever that is.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
We've been having summertober. It's been way above average. Like 75 is above average for us for right now.
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine. Yeah.
And what I wanted to talk about, because we always talk about, right, is you know how you were saying in the show, almost every episode, you say, please share this out, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, bazinga. I kept thinking about that. How am I going to share it out? I'm going to put in @ Durham Skywriter, right? And then up comes the first one that comes up is your homepage, as it should.
So you're typing @Durham Skywriter in Google.
In the Google search, I put in the @ shift number 2, Durham Skywriter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this idea from the back window of a car the other day. He had put in the @ I think he's using some kind of vinyl stick-on stuff. Anyway, it's on the car window, @ and his username. I said, well, that's a 23 joule stem winder. So I don't know if @ Bull City Hangout would work because I haven't tried it. But @ Durham Skywriter comes to your homepage.
Huh.
Means that you have Mondays off now.
Wow.
You can experiment with that and dabble as you would, and maybe have the @ one of the results. You can see there's 179 results. Have one of the results be the how to do it page. Right?
Wow.
Like you click on the Facebook link, you go to the comments, there's a StreamYard link there, and bazinga, you're in. You're sitting there just like Guy Cook does once in a while. Okay? And speaking of Guy Cook,
which is you,
I put in @Guy R. Cook. You'll notice that my label under my name right there, there, is @Guy R. Cook. And when I come up on Google, because it's linked to my Google My Business page, I get
Nice.
all of this stuff.
Guy R. Cook report. Nice.
And
Nice.
I beat you. I have 269 results to your 179. So
Beautiful.
I've thrown down the
Okay.
gauntlet. I've made the challenge.
Uh-oh.
And one of the things that came up on my quest, and then I'll leave you alone. This link right here, About Guy, used to just say About Guy, and I did the blah, blah, blah thing, write about myself, which is hard to do for anybody.
Okay.
But I was asked, somebody said flat out, what do you do?
Oh.
And so I created this stuff, and I listed all the services that I can do. Like people don't know I can do HTML coding, or they don't know I can do hosting account setup, et cetera, et cetera. So there's all the tips in that. So if your business, your service, your Durham Skywriter free online community newspaper doesn't say what you do, that might be the
that's
challenge.
why I have a, that's why I think, I mean, you don't have to, but I always think that it's a good idea to have a slogan. My slogan is, Durham Skywriter is Durham's online community paper.
Yeah.
I actually put it in quotes as my slogan. And that's how I describe what I do. Ooh, what's that? Oh, it's your, okay, your show.
That's my podcast. And you were talking about slogans. And my slogan is Tech for Website Owners from yours truly.
Okay. Nice.
And then you scroll down, Podbean lists the most recent episodes.
Wait, show us some of your latest podcasts.
Okay, how to build an email list in WordPress with MailPoet.
Okay.
That's a plugin.
Oh, Whereby. Oh, nice.
How to add Whereby to a Google Calendar. So if you set up an event in a calendar, like the Durham Senior Center is going to talk to you on the 18th, and you want to talk to them in Whereby so you can record that, should be your co-host. The girl I saw in the video that you had just recently, there was a Spanish speaking lady, and then there was a lady that was all dressed up. She was good.
Yeah.
And then how to set up Google search vintage. Sometimes you go to Google and you don't know to set up the vintage, and you're going to get posts from 6 years ago. Like, this is how you find the Durham Skywriter. Well, the link from 6 years ago might be different. Okay.
Okay. Tell me.
Yes.
Go ahead. Then I have a question about Whereby, but go ahead.
Well,
QR code. Okay.
Yeah, QR codes. This one, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, let me go to the, I call it the show notes, but it's a Google document. You go down to the bottom of the Google document, and there's the QR code I built for the YouTube channel. So every vlog episode of the podcast, like if the podcast is about, this one is about using QR codes in 2022. Okay. It's also going to be online on YouTube as a video, so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay.
Hey, I think we have a new friend here. KD is joining us in the private chat. It says, found you via Bull City Shares Facebook group just now. So
there you go.
Let's meet a new friend. Let me do a little fanfare. So let me close off this window here, Guy.
Sure. Yeah, I'm done sharing.
Yeah, let's
presentable. I have bedhead. This is how you hide your camera when you have bedhead.
Hello, KD. You there?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Your camera doesn't work.
My camera does work. the other person was correct. I have bedhead, and I'm just not
Oh,
presentable.
no problem.
I'm
Oh,
not,
no worries. No worries.
but I just found you via the Bull City Shares Facebook group, and
Oh,
somebody mentioned that you are streaming live right now, and I was like, oh, let me hop on and see what this is all
awesome.
about. Technically, I live in Garner, but I lived in Durham for about 4 to 5 years or so
Okay.
at different times of my life, and I just love the city so much that I have like 5 different T-shirts that say Durham all over it, and
Oh,
it's just,
nice.
yeah, I love the city. It's very accepting in a lot of the places, and
Mhm.
because I'm part of the LGBT community as well as
Mhm.
military community, with the Durham VA being right there.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
technically I live in Gardner, and but I try to get back there at least once a month for my meetup slash Facebook group. I tried to add my photo to StreamYard, but I don't. This is the first time
Oh,
using it, so I don't know if it came through or not. If it did,
oh.
I apologize. I don't know what
Oh,
I'm doing.
no problem at all. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but hearing your voice is good. Is good.
Yeah, you
And
have good sound. Good
yeah,
sound.
really good
Great.
sound. So you're always welcome
Excellent.
to drop by anytime you like. Is there anybody you'd like or to shout out or promote or anything like that to take
Yeah,
advantage of the fact that you're
yeah,
here?
yeah. That's exactly what brought me here. I wanted to shout out, or to uh, uh, extol the virtues of a company or nonprofit actually called
Mhm.
DCLT, Durham Community Land Trustees
Oh yeah, they're on Chapel Hill
Boulevard.
Road.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell us about them. I'll pretend like I don't know.
They are awesome. They provide affordable housing. As you know, if you've run through downtown Durham City itself,
Mhm.
the high rises are skyrocketing. Basically,
Yeah.
the city
Mhm.
line is changing, and DCLT is there to try to provide affordability for the people that were there. I mean, let's just be straight and honest. They were there first, and they're getting
Mhm.
pushed out because of all the expensive new housing. And so DCLT is trying to keep the people in their homes with affordable housing. And
Yeah,
I
they
was
make houses available at super good prices.
exactly.
Yeah.
Their
And we're talking purchasing. Yeah.
yeah,
You
their
can own
model
your own
their
house.
model modeling is they own the land, but you own the house, and
Mhm.
um you are if I remember correctly, it's been a couple of years since I've lived in a DCLT house myself.
Mhm.
Um, but if you buy the house from them, they own the land, but you own the house.
Mhm.
And for 20 years, I think, is the lease of the land. And then after that, I get a little fuzzy in my memory. But if you just go to DCLT and contact their director, Selena Mack.
Mhm.
She's great. She's awesome. The property manager is Marcia Rogers,
Okay.
another great person to speak to about all this information. And I just cannot say enough good things about them, because when I was homeless and living out of my car,
Wow.
they took me in and basically gave me housing on a street that they have specifically for veterans who are homeless, or under the threat of homelessness. And they have a street specifically for veterans, to
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah. And so
Wow.
nobody else is able to lease those homes. So your neighbor is literally another veteran. So you have that camaraderie from being in the military together, or
I am so glad you're here saying
yeah.
that, because my next door neighbor is ex-military, and I'm not going to say exactly what he said because it might be a little troubling, but he did say that he trusts the people that he served with more than anyone, and that there's a certain bond that you make with military.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you serve together or not. It's just the fact that you were in the same environment during whatever generation that you were in. And it's just, military understands military people better than I'm sorry to say, but better than civilians a lot of times.
Yeah.
I'm chuckling because I'm an Air Force brat. I know exactly. When we'd go to the base, and not grandma, my mom was known as Grandma Cook. So when my mom would go to shop, she would drop me off at the PX, the Post Exchange, to read comic books while she went shopping. So she knew where I was entertained, blah, blah, blah. So days go by, years actually, and I go to the base now, and I'm a civilian. Okay, I'm not an Air Force brat anymore, because when I turned 18, I was no longer eligible for that. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. Interesting. And another thing about Durham Community Land Trust, if you heard what KD said, that they own the land, but you can buy the house, if you think that sounds weird, or you're like, oh, I don't think that sounds right, that's how they do it in New York. I think they've always done that in New York.
Yeah, I mean, having a roof over your head, the land won't put a roof on your head, just the house will.
Yeah. And I think also when you're ready to sell the house, I think your family gets, or rather you can choose, if you're able to have a family member to buy, they would get first dibs.
Well, you were talking earlier about some meetup that's going to happen about affordable housing, and Katie should be a part of that because she's paid her dues. She knows what she's talking about. And she's putting the toddler down for a nap, I see in the notes, and she'll be right back. So she's not hearing us talk about her now. So I can go, computer, tell me a KD joke.
Now, I was just going to say, I know Selena Mack. I don't know Marcia, I don't think, from Durham Community Land Trust. But, I'm so glad that KD came on, because I haven't had news from Durham Community Land Trust in quite a while. That doesn't mean they're not doing anything. That means I've obviously need to reach out and get back on their media
mailing list for sure.
Yeah.
And KD's back. We can't talk about her now.
With COVID, I've lost touch with a lot of these nonprofits.
And
here's my COVID joke, or not a joke, but happening. I went and got my 5th booster, the bivalent booster for the new strain that's going on. Because there's the day I went, there were 692 people died in America from COVID. Oh, so it's it's still going glorious on. As the president is, when he says, "Oh, this pandemic, it's over. You don't have to worry about it."
Not really.
He's not doing anything to impress me when there's that many people dying. So anyway, when you get a booster, they always have you sit down for 20 minutes, make sure you're not having a reaction, all that stuff. So I remember her name was Edna. The nurse, Edna, gives me this shot. And I said, "No, do I have to go out in one of those chairs and sit down for 20 minutes? Edna says, "Nah, this is your 5th shot. If you were going to have a reaction, you would have had one long time ago. Just
told me the same thing.
Yeah,
they told me
you're done."
Yeah, same here. They said, "Oh, no, you're fine."
So. Yeah, my son is the one that corrected me, the one getting the booster. Make sure that you get the bivalent flavor variety. Dr. Hershey will tell you more about that. Okay. But the bivalent is for this newest strain that's going around, not for the old version of COVID. Okay. Yeah. So make sure it's bivalent. And
I know your arm hurts,
but nothing to write home about.
Yeah. And KD, join Bull City Hangout whenever you like. I love the information that you're bringing us. And I love the reminder. I took a note to call Selena Mack because I know her, but there's so
Isn't
many
she
people.
wonderful?
She is a great person. And it's embarrassing how many people I've lost contact with since COVID. It's been a couple of years. And in fact, when you said DCLT, I was waiting for you to say who the director was because I was hoping it was still Selena. So I'm glad she's still there. Some of these nonprofits have, they have new directors since COVID. There you are. Hello.
Hey, you
Hi.
keep saying this acronym like everybody knows what VCL.
Durham Community Land Trust.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Durham
Oh, you're
Community Land.
saying D is in Delta. I was thought
Yeah.
you were
Yes,
saying B
Delta.
is in Victor.
No, DCLT.
It's
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great if you're looking to buy. I mean, there's two groups you should check out if you're not rich, but yet you want to own a home. Actually, three, but the city of Durham has like a future home buyers program. They have that, and it's on the word page. Also, Durham Community Land Trust, obviously, because we're talking about them. But also, I just lost it. Habitat.
Yes.
They probably have Habitat for Humanity. Probably has a long waiting list.
Yeah.
But that's another way that you can.
Oh yeah, that's a
get
big outfit. They have Habitat for Humanity is here too, in good old.
They're around the world.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter has President Jimmy Carter has been around the world building houses and
is still doing it.
Yeah, he's like 90.
Yeah, he's in his 90s and he still goes out and works on the houses.
Yeah, I mean
That's crazy.
that's another fabulous person right there. So yeah. So I'm going to end the show here, and I don't know if you heard me announce that the NCCU law students are helping older people like myself with their wills, powers of attorney, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to go look into getting a will made. I say this every year. Oh yeah, I got to have my will done. So yeah.
Well, yeah, just like doing the garden spot in the backyard. That's another tabled item.
I do have. Do you know whether they're doing like psychiatric advance directives as well? Because young people need wills and things like that as well. Because especially if you have children.
You are absolutely right. Now, the Durham Center for Senior Life only serves people age 55 and up. But I would contact NAMI Durham. Because National Alliance
Mental Illness. Yes.
Mental illness. Yes, because I announced their events as well. And they might be able to point people in the right direction on. And in fact, if you hear anything, let me know, and I will add it to the Durham Skywriter. And I will also, in fact, let me just make a note here. I will find out that information. I will announce it during Bull City Hangout and put it and add it to the Durham Skywriter.
Okay.
So
Bull City Hangout is a group on Facebook or a page on Facebook or
actually it's a spinoff of the Durham Skywriter. So the Durham Skywriter is my online newspaper.
Okay.
And then Bull City Hangout is where I go through my newspaper and just choose items for the day and announce these items so that people can know what's happening and where to get help, etc.
All right, during that particular day. Okay.
Yeah. And so Bull City Hangout.
Skywriters online, just go to the Facebook comment that has the StreamYard link in it, and bazinga, you'll be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just follow me on Durham Skywriter on Facebook, and you can learn all about Bull City Hangout and also, like I said, the Durham Skywriter. So.
All right.
So, Guy, thank you for dropping by. And Kate, you've got the Durham Bulls cap.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
About 5 or 6 Durham shirts, and then I got the hat to go with it as well. So
now, are you the lady that sits behind home plate and twinkles her arms when the guy's throwing the third pitch?
No.
Okay, just wondered.
But another tip about the Durham Bulls, if you love their jerseys are all baseball jerseys, official jerseys are expensive. I'm just going to
Right.
that's going to be truthful. But here's the thing: off season, very often they sell like specialty jerseys, like at half price and whatnot. Because I have about 4.
Oh, you just wait till the season's over.
Yeah, and they have
It's
in
sort of
fact,
like buying Christmas trees on the day after Christmas. They have them all marked
yeah,
down half off. Yeah.
yeah, and very often on the 4th of July, I wear my specialty Durham Bulls red, white, and blue jersey,
Uh-huh.
and I got that for like $35. So just to let you know, so check their website on the off season, and you'll see their special jerseys. Hopefully, you'll see their specialty jerseys on sale. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I'll let you get going.
Okay, thank you so much. It's
Thanks
very
for
nice
having
to meet you, KD. Drop
Thank-
by anytime. And
Absolutely.
Guy's almost, he's like a regular. Wait, I pointed the wrong direction.
No, she.
Now, do you do this every day or
Yeah, so
Every-
weekdays.
Go ahead.
All right, come on now. So weekdays at noon,
Okay.
and then Saturdays I do 2 hours early at 10 because there's so much happening in the morning that if
Yeah.
I waited until noon, you'd miss it.
Okay.
So I'll be on tomorrow at 10.
Okay. Awesome. And
So tell all your friends and family who are Durhamites to
all right.
come on the show, or at least to let them know what's happening.
Well, I'll be at the Panera Bread tomorrow on 9th Street at 11:30 to 1 o'clock with my LGBT military veteran group. We get together.
I need to. Can you send me that info?
Yes, I will. And
Yeah, because I will post that and I will mention it during tomorrow's show.
all right. Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, and I don't know if you realize that Elmo's on 9th Street. They invite military veterans to breakfast on the first. I think it's the first Thursday.
Not know that.
And if you're in uniform or if you're a first timer, you eat for free.
I've been
Wow.
times and I never knew that. Thank you.
Now you have homework to do, Katie. You have to build a web page that has all the military veteran discounts available in Durham.
Yes.
Like at Elmo's.
Or just send them to me, and I'd be happy to add that to the, because whatever information you've got, I definitely wanted to add that for sure. If it has to do anything to do with Durham, definitely.
Okay. Awesome.
So thanks again,
One
KD.
last footnote on baseball. Okay.
Yeah.
Seattle Mariners are in the playoffs. First time in like 20 some years, 21 years or something.
Congratulations.
So the governor has done a temporary order to rename all of the state ferries, because there's Puget Sound ferries going across. They renamed all the ferries after baseball players, baseball managers, everything in the Seattle Mariners, as long as they're in the still in the playoffs. Okay.
Wow. Is Maury Wills one of them?
Say again?
Maury Wills. Was he with Seattle?
Not that I remember.
I just remember that name, Maury Wills. I thought he was with Seattle. He was with some team out west somewhere when I was a kid. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. So have a beautiful day, both of you. So Guy, thank you. And KD, thank you. And I'll see you one day real soon. Okay, see yous. Awesome. That was really fun. Wow. 3 friends, 3 drop-ins in one day. That's, I think, a record, or very close to a record. You can drop in as well. I do Bull City Hangout, like I said, noon on weekdays, 10 a.m. on Saturday. So share this out so that more people can know what's happening. And then I will see you tomorrow at 10 for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.